Hey, Mom. How are you? Pretty standard. Quality preset. See if that freaks out the stream. Changes will be applied after restart. Okay. We'll have to restart that. Alright, let's restart real quick. Slightly higher video quality here. Hey, Mom, did you ever watch the Martian movie? I remember I talked about it a lot a couple years ago when it came, whenever it came out. I don't know how long ago that was by now, but no, you didn't. Oh, so good. I guess spoilers from what I posted in Discord, I guess. Alright. Not that it's, like, important or anything. Hey, Flagisaurus, what's up, dude? Looks nice. Hey, Trehar. Since you are a fresh engineer, you will have to complete special introduction missions to learn the ropes. Follow steps like this and you will learn more about working as a rover mechanic. Some of the steps including this one, may contain multiple text messages. Press D to view the next message. If you do not know what to do next, just look for such markers. They will show you your current objectives and help you keep track of your tasks. You can always press 4 to toggle the objectives panel in the top right corner of the screen. Use it to track the tasks of your current set. Okay, that makes sense. The mouse cursor changes depending on whether or not you're looking at an interactable object. Crossed out circle means you cannot interact with that object. Maybe you haven't unlocked the object yet, or maybe you don't meet the requirements to start the interaction. Slight transparent dot means there is no object to interact in your reach. A visible dot means that you can interact with the object. Sense. The aforementioned side panels help you keep track of your current tasks and objectives. Key bindings and parts collection log. I'm so glad there's an on-screen parts log. Too many mechanic simulators are just like, good luck memorizing all the parts you need. Like car mechanic simulator, you think they'd give you a list? Okay, pretty smooth. That's pretty awesome. That's like one of those helicopter rovers. Awesome. Oh, dude, there's some flying. Sick. I want to drive that truck. All right. Airlock. Collect tools. Collect the drill. Collect the tablet. Assuming this is probably the tablet. Okay. Select tools. Select the drill. Oops. Great. Now that you have your tools, you're almost ready to start your work. Before that, walk around the hangar and we'll explain to you what each specific device does. When you're finished, you will accept your first order. At this moment, almost all of the devices are unavailable, but we want you to know more about them. That makes sense. What's this microwave? Oh, the radio. What's this microwave? It's just a digital radio. As much as you have absolutely no use for it while repairing rovers, it is still a pretty neat device that can easily brighten your mood. Click the left mouse button to enter the radio menu. Select a station you wish to listen to and let your hair down. Oh, space. Sorry. Synthwave is nice. Turn that down a little. Okay. Does it keep the same volume no matter how far away I am? Yes. Is there a run? There is. The PCB table. Use the PCB table to find out which components of printed circuit boards are damaged so that you can replace them. Remember that you don't always have to 3D print specific PCB components. If you want to avoid too much work, you can also print an entire PCB. But this is, of course, a more expensive solution. That makes sense. Can't use that right now anyway. How's that volume-wise for my voice? Am I still easily hearable over the music? The Rover ECU configurator. With the help of this device, you can configure ECUs of the rovers you repair. Every time you finish the job, you have to plug the wireless configurator into the rover and use the Rover ECU configurator to reset the system. I don't know what ECU stands for. Electronic computer unit, maybe? Electronic control unit, okay. This device is the main control unit of your hangar. Use it to operate the gantry crane and play retro video games if you have any. The MCU's OS is a Martian distribution of Linux. Sudo does not work on Mars. Disappointing. Yeah, you can easily hear me over the music, good. The 3D printer. Print new components and parts that you need for your rover maintenance. The higher the complexity of the part, the more time it takes to print. Try to complete your orders by replacing the smallest components possible since it's a more economical approach. Remember that printing requires resources. You can gain more resources by completing quests. Hey, Trika. The Crusher. With the help of the Crusher, you can recycle bad parts and recover some of the resources. The more a part is damaged, the fewer resources can be recovered. That's... the workbench. Use the workbench to find out which components of sets... Sorry, what? To find out which components of sets are damaged so that you can easily replace them. Okay, so you could put like a, for example, put like a transmission on there to be like these 3 parts in the transmission are broken. At this workbench, you can also clean the dirty parts. Remember that you can't analyze and repair parts which are dirty. Keep in mind, you don't always have to 3D print specific set components. If you want to avoid too much work, you can also print an entire set. But this is, of course, a more expensive solution. Music seems a bit loud. Okay, I'll go turn it down a touch. We'll go with that. Let me know how that sounds. I think that's everything. Yeah, start a new quest. F for tablet. Welcome to the order selector view. Here you can find all the orders our colony receives. As usually in the world of engineering, some orders are complex and there are ones that are even more complex. Music's good now? Cool. Minimum rank requirement sorts the complexity level of orders accordingly to your experience. Thanks to that, you should never start an order that you cannot complete. Once you've selected a task, all the important information you need is displayed on the right side of the screen. The order has a small note that informs you of what might be the problem, but keep in mind that this is just loose insight from the ordering company. In addition, there is also information how many resources you can get. Am I reading that wrong? Is that badly written right there? Third paragraph. It seems like information about how many resources? Information for how many resources? I don't know. Yeah, there's a word missing in there. That needs to be slightly rewritten. Our engineers always do preliminary analysis of the order, so sometimes they have a clue of what needs to be replaced. There are some known typos. Yeah, no, I'm more than well aware. This is in beta right now, so there's gonna be problems. I just want to make sure that the problems are pointed out. So if the developers for some reason are watching my stream or a VOD or whatever, they can come back and see like, oh, cool, I see that. All right, Sojourner. Price low. This is going to be easy. Everything seems fine except one wheel. Would you be so nice as to find out what causes the problem? Minimum part durability 50%. Choose what type of service you would like to provide. So if I select, I can't select premium. Premium service unavailable. Gotcha. Right. This tab is the central point of the game where you can find all the information about the task you might need. The rewards box contains information about resources and experience which you can get for correctly completing the task. The summary box contains information about how much money you have spent. Except for the tutorial missions, you can finish orders without repairing the rovers. The only rule is that they cannot be lacking any parts. However, we do not recommend this method as it might backfire and you'll have to bear the consequences. Let's talk about the tabs on the right. In the missing parts tab, you can see all of the parts that you detach from the rover that is currently being repaired. Remember that you can't finish the task before you attach all the missing parts back. Tasks. Here you can find all the information regarding your current tasks. Preliminary analysis. This is the same tab that you have already seen in the quest selector view. Okay. I gotcha. Preliminary analysis. Something's wrong with the wheel. Here you can improve your mechanic skills. We've prepared 3 paths for you. If you like DIY and the most important thing for you is to remove rover parts as fast as possible, you should focus on the technician tree. If you don't like getting your hands dirty but are quite good at counting money, maybe the economist tree. Is that supposed to be an I or is that supposed to be a Y? These two need to match. Maybe the economist tree is for you. And the last tree, analysis. Analysis? I don't think that's spelled properly either. Analyst. Sorry, that's my fault. This tree is for people who like to finish their work quickly. With these skills, you can find damaged parts faster. Or, if you love mechanics games like these, just unlock everything. Just hover your mouse over the buttons and you will get more information about the skills from the pop-ups. Each talent costs 1 point. To get them, you must do one thing, play. Every time you achieve the next rank, you will get 1 skill point. Some skills have more than 1 level. To get the best skills, you should focus on one tree and try to max it out. You can, of course, mix skills from all 3 trees. I'm assuming there's an equal number of levels as there are all skills. That would make sense. If you want to buy a skill that you have Wait, if you want to buy a skill, you have to hold the left mouse button on it. If you want to reset a skill point, hold the left mouse button on the fingerprint in the bottom right corner, but remember the cost of resetting is not consistent. It grows each time you reset your talents. 1 resource required. Okay. I don't have any talent points, right? No points. Each rover is transported in a special metal container to prevent damage during the transport. Your first task in every order is to place the container on the lift. They unpack automatically. Where's the container? I just moved the scissor lift. What did I do? Welcome to the main control unit. Confirm your identity. Okay. Brain. Oh, okay, I got you. What do I lower? Shift. Escape? Okay. I can play Snake. I can open the terminal. Alright. Yeah, there's a terminal there. I'm assuming there's a command I can use. Alright, so we're going to click on this. When you click on a vehicle on the left, when you click on the vehicle, on the left, you enter a repairing view. During the repairs, you will be using 3 different modes: assembly, disassembly, and analytics. You can switch between them by clicking 1, 2, and 3. Note that you do not have to be in the repairing view to do that. So I guess I could switch even from like standing 10 feet away. Okay, if you want to exit repairing view, just press the escape button. In the disassembly mode, you can remove parts from the Rover. The removed parts go directly into the warehouse. Access it through the warehouse tab in your tablet. In the assembly mode, you can attach parts you have in your warehouse to the Rover that you are repairing. The lacking parts appear as slightly transparent. The analysis mode, you can analyze and decide which parts might need replacement. The analyzed parts are a different color than non-analyzed. White is non, orange is dirty, green is perfect, yellow is acceptable, red is immediate replacement. When the part is dirty, you cannot analyze it. In that situation, you have to remove it and clean it. You can always make sure you're in the right mode simply by looking at the icon above. With this knowledge, you can easily find the damaged wheel. Okay, yellow means... Okay, so... the analysis. Remove tool. Okay, remove, add, analyze. Not yet. There's the busted wheel. Oh, nice. The individual components. Oh, this is gonna be sick. Okay. So... Ooh, Jesus. Trika, what are you doing? Hold on. Alright, now I gotta stop streaming and fix this. Dang it, Trika. Thought I turned that off. That is not valid. I go for thought I had disabled that one. Alright. Delete that. At this. At. At. I gotta go through all of these and delete everything. That. That's incorrect. Okay. That. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, everything's right click. Okay. Still getting used to right click. It'd be really nice, like I'm holding down right mouse. It'd be really nice if I could just mouse over this and it would start unscrewing it. But maybe that's an unlockable. At least I don't have to follow the part out. Those for doing that in car mechanics a little annoying. Now you have a damaged part, you need to print a new one. We have just unlocked the 3D printer for you. When printing is done, just attach the new wheel along with the with the rest of the missing parts you've taken off. Don't forget to take the new wheel from the printer feeder. Okay, 3D printer is over here. You have to select a category, parts. Oh, it takes like 20 seconds to make. Okay. Kind of hang out, wait for the part. Oh, that's nice. There's a progress. In queue, left space. Okay. Now we come over here. New wheel on. And that should be everything. The REC connector. The last thing you need to do is resetting the ECU. To do this, you have to use the ECU configurator you have seen before. That device connects with Rovers via a special connector that you have to plug in first. You can plug in the connector only if no parts of the rover are missing. You cannot disassemble the rover while the connector is in the rover. If you connect the drivers, if you configure the drivers and then disconnect the connector, then drivers will restart and you will have to start over. I'm sure this will make sense when I'm doing it. In order to stick the connector into the rover, exit the repairing view, press 2 for assembly mode. If everything is fine, you should be able to stick it in without any problems. Disconnect the connector, press 1 from the disassembly mode. Remember, you have to be out of the repairing view. None of that really made sense, but I'm going to come over here and... Very convoluted. Okay, hold the plug in. Okay. And I tell you to do something? Okay. Whoa, what is this? On this screen, you can reset the driver's system. Your task is to create a path from the battery to the output. When you click a blank tile, the inventory panel on the left will display all of the available pieces for that space. Then just click on the block in the inventory panel and it will be placed automatically. Red and green spots are supposed to be filled with special tiles that either add or subtract voltage. Okay. This is going to be interesting. To safely reset the system, you have to reach the target voltage as shown in the top right corner. Okay, so this needs to be that. Can I rotate you? Ah, okay, okay. That's not very well explained. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. Oh. That's different. So I set... Oh. So the battery is outputting voltage to the processor. Gotcha. The battery needs to output -1, -2, -1. Let's say that. I don't know. That gives me -5, so we're going to go +5 is 0, +4, +4. Okay. Interesting. Congratulations, you have finished your first order. Now the only thing you have to do is go to your tablet and select the finish order button, then the job is done. We don't recommend finishing orders without repairing the rover. For your own sake, this option is blocked in the tutorial. Alright, so now that that's completed, I should remove this thing. Okay. Now, complete the order. Here you can see the summary of the quest you've just completed. In the task box, you can see how many experience points you have gained from each part of the task. This is bonus experience. If you complete each step correctly, you will additionally get experience points and resources which you have seen in the order description before. In the damaged parts, you can see the parts which were damaged. You always have to repair all of them to get the rewards. If you do something wrong and the box is displayed what you missed. I did not restart but I did restart the driver. I don't understand. And it is very important not to remove the configurator when you're ready to turn in the job. So correct me if I'm wrong. You are supposed to remove that from rovers before you complete the jobs normally, right? I didn't misunderstand that. You aren't. So okay. I'll rip that. It has to remain in when you turn in the mission. That seems like, I don't know. To me, that seems wrong. Just that seems like they should change that. That would be like hooking up a fuel line testing tool to a car in Car Mechanic, and then tell them the job's done with the connector still hooked up. That seems you want to collect all your tools before you send the thing out. That seems weird. I think that's something they should change. Okay, so now I am completely unable to do this. Not enough resources. So I can't accept the next job. You have to reset. So if you make a mistake due to the tutorial, the game's over. Wow, yeah, that's bad. That's real bad. That shouldn't be possible. Salvaging resources. What? Hold on. Maybe I can salvage the Crushinator. Where was the Crushinator? Salvage. Yeah, still don't have enough resources. Ugh, that's bad. Wow. Whoops. Exit the game. Okay. Whoopsie. They're definitely gonna have to fix that. I think the correct solution to that is making you remove the tool before you complete the job. You're unable to complete the job if the tool is attached. Problem solved. Now they don't have to worry about that again. That seems pretty simple. It's the reverse concept of not being able to complete a job without all the parts attached that you took off. Now if you add something extra to the machine, you can't complete it without taking it off first. Yeah, that just seems backwards. Well, like we said, the game's in beta right now. There's gonna be problems. Doesn't make me angry or anything. It just makes me go like, okay, that's a problem. Probably not that simple though. I don't know. All right, so let's go ahead. Are you sure you want to delete the account? Yes. All right, so now we got to start over. All right, so select that. Now we're just gonna kind of burn through this quick. Up to the volume level. How do I bring up my inventory? Oh, it's F, right? My warehouse, okay. I already read this. Yep, alright. So got through all those menus. We already know what wheel's busted. This one. Make sure. Yep, okay. Awkward. Let's print another wheel. That's going. Alright, so we'll go ahead and crushionate this one. I can't use the crushionate. Okay. I guess they won't let you use it until after the first mission. Okay. New wheel on. Plug that in over here, and we'll play connector dots. Okay, this needs to be then we go, we were at -4. So we're gonna go, wait, that needs to be -2. That's 5. We're gonna have +4. +4. There we go. Escape. Now we'll leave it plugged in. Now we should be done. Rover is complete. Hey, look at that. Okay. Alright. The wheel you replaced the last time works just fine, but the Sojourner seems to have some more problems than we previously assumed. Before you solved the wheel issue, the bearing must have sustained damage, which caused it to deteriorate much quicker. Since you've already experienced with the Sojourner, could you please take a look around it once again? This time, it's paid extra. Okay. Restarting orders. It's time for the test. During your order, you have to use everything you have. Wow. Reading is hard. During that order, you have to use everything you have just learned and repair the rover on your own. Don't worry, if something goes wrong, you can always restart your order's progress. All you have to do is click on the Restart Order button. That's handy. This operation resets the game to the state from the beginning of the order. Sometimes it might occur necessary to start with a clean slate. Be careful, nonetheless. That's nonetheless. There needs to be an E there. Nonetheless, this operation cannot be undone. They literally just told you you could restart the order and then tell you it cannot be undone. You mean restarting the order cannot be undone? Okay. That's interesting. So basically, if you restart on accident, that's your fault. Gotcha. Right, so play snake. Oh, this snake's actually pretty easy. What? Does the thing scroll vertically? Oh, it does. Does it scroll horizontally? It does. Interesting. I did not know. No, let me play. Okay. I don't want to restart. I want to leave. Alright. Oh, I never actually did the crane. Whoops. Move it back over here. See if it stays there. Alright. Something else is busted. What did you say was busted? Repair the rover. Nice. A bearing and a bearing cover. Okay. Probably on a wheel bearing. Bearing cover A. Bearing cover B. That's all good. Whoa! Okay. Take a look at that wheel. Aha. That one. Okay. I guess that would have made sense because that's the one I literally just did. Probably should have started there. No, those are going the right way. Rika thought the screws were going the wrong direction. Those are going the correct direction. Because they're coming out, and I'm removing them. No, I'm just kidding. They're turning counterclockwise. Is correct. Move the cover plate. Right. Oh. Pfft. I remove that first. Ah. Okay. That comes off. Also busted. That. Okay. Didn't see it right. That's okay. It wasn't like I was sitting here going like, ha ha ha, what a moron. The bearing and bearing cover B is what I need. Non-electronic. Can I search? I can't search. Okay. Bearing. Bearing and bearing cover B. Probably should have done bearing cover B first, but I need the bearing first. Okay. That. Alright, I don't need the wheel. Get rid of that. Yeah, bearing and bearing cover B. Perfect. Trash those. Nice that they put that right next to the 3D printer, where you're gonna be trashing your stuff anyway. Excellent. Okay. So, let's add the new bearing. New bearing cover. This is gonna look really cool later. Pop that sucker on there. Pop the wheel on. Perfect. Now we're gonna have to re-driver this thing, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. Come over here and re-driver you. Okay. Definitely gonna have to come this way with it. Okay, there we go. I need to get to 5 volts, so +3, +3, -1. Alright, so it's ready. So I should just be able to send it out. Hey! Booyah! Alright. An A... Oh no, that's not... that's the spirit! I did it! Alright. Much more complex rover than Sojourner. However, the suspension is the same. By and large, you shouldn't find it difficult. The rover was priorly examined and looks like the rear engine in a wheel actuator fixed, though I can't remember which one it was. Simple enough. Complete order. I can't wait to get the upgrade that unlocks auto moving this and auto doing this. It'll be nice. Is the crane where I left it? Hey, it is. Okay. Ooh, this is a big boy. Cool. Okay, so let's take a look at these. He thinks it's a actuator mode. That's the wheel actuator, the wheel bearing. Forward rocker. Would bet the actuator motor is at a point I cannot easily scan it from. Alright, so I don't know how these wheels work. Oh, engine, here we go. Oh, I can't dismantle this part of the Rover. Okay, so it's not up there. Let's... Bogey bearing cover. So it's gonna be behind one of the wheels. With the wheel attached. Okay. Disappointing. Let's see if we can find where these actuator motors are. No. Wheel bearing. Actuator. The actuator motor in this housing here, maybe? Pretend it is. Engine. This is it. Okay, this one's fine. Ah, that one's busted. Okay. Well, that didn't take too long. Just two of them. Remove that. Okay. The part you have just removed is very complex. Printing it may not be a good idea as it costs a lot and takes a lot of time. This type of Rover part we call sets. You can use the workbench to take it apart entirely. Thanks to this, you can check out what parts need to be replaced without actually printing an entire instrument. One more thing. Remember that you cannot attach incomplete sets to a Rover. Sense? To work with sets, we use a special workbench. It stands next to the crusher. With this workbench, you can find which parts of a set are damaged and replace them. Okay. First things first, though, we're going to put this wheel back together. Good wheel bearing on. Okay. Perfect. That wheel has been reattached properly next to the crusher. All right, I want to. Oh, wait. Durability of a set. First of all, you have to choose the repair mode you want to put. The repair mode and the part you wish to repair. Each part has a bar which represents its level of durability. A set is not like a typical part, and its durability is calculated differently. Durability level of the set is equal to the durability of the worst part in that set. Kind of the chain is as strong as its weakest link thing. That makes sense. Camera works differently when you're at the workbench. You can move the camera by pressing WAS. If you want to rotate a part instead, you then have to use Shift WAS. The rest looks the same during the repair view. Oh, it's normal. Okay, I can only repair. Oh, I see. Oh, so this is just used for tilting. Oh, I thought they meant I could move the camera around. No, I can tilt the camera. This... Okay, I got you. Can I... So really the best way to do this is rotating the part. Okay, those two curvy arms, the brushes. Brushes are dangerous. Let's go ahead and dismantle the whole thing. I'd like to see how many components there are in there. And if they're all damaged. Or if any more are damaged. That's it. Okay. Put the rotor back. We can put the brush mounts back in. Okay, good. I was going to ask if the items are automatically inspected after they were... The answer to that is yes. Okay. Now I need to print out 2 brush arms. I see... I guess it's warehouse where I look at the things. RE25 engine brush. Okay. I guess it would be electronic sets? Non-electronic sets. No, I don't want that. Non-electronic parts. Okay. I just want the part. I need 2 brushes. That'll take a minute and a half to complete. So how are you guys doing? Are y'all liking this so far? I'm liking this a lot. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and salvage those 2 components. You can analyze in the warehouse menu, just select the part and press F. Doesn't seem to allow me... Oh, select the part and press F. Okay. You're still a bit sleepy? Well, wake up, Baka! I guess that's why they got the games here. That makes sense. Run a command as administrator, use Mudo.